be able to keep them out and not crate them 24/7.
Yeah.
But like they're so naughty.
Have you tried letting them out recently?
Now when we're like, he was like, never again, because they ate the couch.
It's like when we're here.
Wait, that's recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was like 2 weeks ago. He ate the whole couch.
But that's exactly what you have to do is to try for a short period of time. If they F it up, it's back in.
They F it up.
And keep doing that. And then you have to have consistent structure. Have you guys been good about the structure in the crate? You can only change one variable at a time when you're introducing freedom and things like that with the dogs.
Yeah.
So what you would first want to start doing is slowly introducing freedom here. And then when you go somewhere else, it should stay in that structured routine. Does that make sense?
Bad when we're home, like, we want them to just run with the other dogs and like.
I know, but if
they just like play and they have so much fun. Yeah.
So when are they chewing up things and when you're not watching them?
It's like if we go out for an hour.
Like at my parents' house, we leave them to have freedom with the other dogs instead of crating them, and he ate my mom's shoe.
Oh, then they just need to be crated.
Yeah.
You have to have a consistent period of time where there's no issues.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, like let's say here consistently and one person's house, like one little trip. And there has to be that consistency of like no issues because they're so structured. Then next trip, let's try a little bit more freedom as you start introducing more freedom here. Does that make sense? Because it's just, they go from like so much structure here to then more freedom there, plus a change in environment that's just bound for disaster. Why don't you start leaving them out for small increments of time? Because that's also a mistake people make is like, okay, crate, now let's leave you out for 3 hours. I don't think you guys left that long, right?
We left him for 20 minutes, remember?
Oh, you did?
When I'm like, I'm leaving, he'll be home in 20 minutes. Like, let's leave them out to see, and then everything's destroyed, and he's like, are you kidding?
Okay, then you have to go back to crate for, I would say, like a week. No issues. Then let's try 5 minutes. So if 20 was too much, decrease. They're like puppies. They're literally like puppies. And do you think it's the both of them? Why don't you guys get a little camera?
Yeah.
So many times people are like, okay, the dogs are great, and then they just try to give them the full freedom, and you have to just gradually do it. But the second they F up, it's straight back to that. So they understand. Like a lot of times people will be like, oh, it was just a fluke. And then it's like, let's just give them another chance. And then they just keep on taking advantage of it. And that's what this breed will do, especially. So he should never go up to a dog.
No,
if he's barking.
That 10-20% where he just plays.
Like I go for walks with Dylan and it's like so easy.
Off leash he is better.
That's why I asked about the single crates, because I think if you do the crate stuff, freedom stuff, when it's more specific to each dog, it will help resonate. Because like if he did nothing wrong and they're both back in the crate, it's like, well, I'm in here whether I am good, whether I'm bad. They're not making that association. And when it's just the individual dog, they'll make the association like, oh, I was out, I tried to do that, this is what happened. Yep. Next time I'm out, I'm not gonna do that. But he was like barking, like thinking there was a dog out there before he even knew, right?
That's
like
what
his mind is.
the elevator. He's ready for the next.
What about when there's no dog out here? Is he barking, just walking out this door?
Sometimes.
No, not this door always. The elevator 100% for me.
But
I
sometimes
think there's always an opportunity opening a door that he barks.
I think that even if he's not barking, his mind is like out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So scratch the elevator and just walk out this door and keep it present with you. Because he's always thinking ahead. Once he's present, then go forward and do the elevator.
Yeah.
That will help a lot of his issues though, like it helps stubbornness because he's always ahead. It will teach him to just stay present. So anytime Wally's mind, if you let it go, he would have 100% focus out that way. Yeah. But as long as you're on top of him, he's sort of looking at you. That's when you know he's in the perfect state to curb, like you're actually making waves with something. If you have too much focus up here and he's not even looking, it's a good problem to have, but it's not really training him to gain self-control when he wants to get into that state. And then if he's just staring that way and acting like a lunatic, he's not getting anywhere. So you see how it's like he either has all of his focus out that way, or he's like, oh my God, I'm obsessed and having it all here. Yeah. So get here first, and then what she's been doing is not giving the treats every second, letting his mind go back here to regain self-control, to snap out of it, put him in a more realistic state. Yes, so that's what we want to move forward. Because usually I think the stage that we've gotten in was just like treat. Too much focus, which you have to get to first, but to really make waves with his issues, you have to reintroduce that thing that he was not good at. What about if you went somewhere and just took Wally and left Dylan with her?
We've talking about that and we haven't done it yet.
I think it would give you amazing to do because he's so attached. It would give her like a really good opportunity to like crate train Dylan because he can cry at her house. It would be good for Dylan has like separation anxiety from him.
Yes.
But you think he's worse when you take him somewhere than Dylan is?
Yes.
By far. Dylan's silent.
Well, then it would give you guys a good opportunity to just work with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not like you even have to work with it because I know you're not going somewhere to just train your dog.
Yeah.
But it will give you an opportunity to do the structure, be strict with just Wally. I think that'd be really good.
When we're here, they're perfect. They don't play anything.
Okay, great.
It's
So
when
try
we leave
5
them.
minutes then
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yep.
And if they do good, keep increasing that.
Yep.
If
Makes
they
sense.
don't, immediately back. Don't like give them another chance.
Totally.
Like next day,
It's
have them in the crate
what
longer.
we've done like once, maybe a month at this point. Is like, well,
We
we'll
have,
try
and
for
then
an
they're
hour,
bad, and we're
they're
like,
bad,
forget
they go
it.
back.
So
But
do
we need to
it
do it more frequently.
more frequently. Yeah, for
I
sure.
follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Just so they really associate how to get out or how they earn freedom.
Yeah.
Because once a month they don't know what they need to
we
do
need to do it more
out.
consistently.
Yeah.
That
Like
makes
once a
sense.
week. This is another thing that you can do. So when we're trying to work up places or get him to be better, instead of being like, Wally, you know how we're always like, Wally, like right here, and he's just, we've tried that for how many months now and he's still not registering, then it's like, you tell him something, he has 2 seconds to do it. If he doesn't, redirect in 2 seconds, back in here. Dylan, I know you're excited, but look up here. Yes, right here. So the real test is where his mind goes after the treat. Dylan, sit. Yes. So we're not going to move forward until after the treat. He's just excited though, you can tell. Yes.
It's so much more masculine.
It is. So funny. Yes, we're getting there. So I want him to get a treat and then look right back at me. Or if he does look that way, look back at me instantly. Closer. Oh, that's good though. How do you get to the dog? Yes! That was a good one. Dylan, one more. Sit. Dilly. Yes. Yes, good boy. Yes. That was really good. After the treat, he held his focus. Now I need him to look at me one more time. How do you get there? How do you do it? He's thinking about it. Yes! Okay, go say hi. That was really good. Good job, Dilly. Good job, Dylan. Wait. Yes. Okay, come. Sit. Yes. Wait. Up. Sit. Yes. Up. Yes. Wait. Right here. Oh, got a little closer. Hey, sit. Yes. Wait. Okay, come. Sit. Yes. Wait. Okay, come. Sit. Yes. Wait. Oops, dropped one. Hey, sit. Yes, wait. Sit. Yes! So proud of you. Look how far. Wally, sit. Yes! Wait. Okay, come. Sit. Wally. Up. Come on. Come on. Yes! Good boy. Up. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Hey. Okay, come. Good boy. Yes! Does he do that at times? And this is good. Like, I think it's so good for Wally to be in there. Like, you might not, for your neighbor's sake and everything. But
it's annoying. Like,
I know.
Shut up.
But for this barking, like him taking it all out on that and being forced to put it into controlling himself, if he was out, he would put it into controlling everybody else. So he needs to put it into having self-control instead. Whenever a dog does all that and then we put him in the crate to settle down and they're just barking, I'm like, oh my God, this is so good for you to self-soothe and take all of that energy into like learning how to control yourself. Because if he's just out, then he's just getting what he wants and it amps him up way more. I did not even expect him to go anywhere near Nobu. We just have to keep their introduction shorter. So like when he's sniffing him, trying to judge him, call him right back.